Hello, good morning everyone. Welcome to today, Friday, last day of the week, Friday, May 13, 2022, 9 a.m. sharp. Less than 30 minutes for the market to open, getting ready for new day and the last day of the week. Another crazy and insane week with the action all over the place. So we are watching right now NASDAQ futures that are bouncing from yesterday lows on a big move from yesterday last 30 minutes, 1 hour of the session. We had a big bounce from the lows with volatility fading, and right now we're having a nice follow through continuation for the upside this morning. So the big question is now what, and no one has a clue now what we know. Okay, what we know, looking for those charts, we know that since we break down, we have a big March bull run, but since we break down here, okay, we have been riding below the 8 and 21 day moving average. Every bounce got rejected at the 8 and 21 day moving average. That's what we know. We know that we were a little bit extended for the downside. So if you notice, on 1-2 days we had a bounce. 1-2-3 days we had a bounce. 1-2 we have a bounce. Okay, so the market is behaving as expected. Yesterday it felt a little bit more as a possible capitulation. Not sure if the selling is done. Okay, we need to see it. But the oversold bounce was it's welcome to clear the oversold conditions. Now, what I want to see, we are seeing NASDAQ futures that are fading a bit from the pre-market highs. So that this will be my level. Okay, this will be my level, and I want to see if bulls are able to push and go above these pre-market highs. That will be my first level. If it goes, okay, if it goes, I'll be looking for a possible stall at the 8-day moving average, and even if extends some more, a possible stall here on Tuesday and Wednesday highs. Okay, that they sold. Okay, and this should act as a big supply zone. Okay, that's the game plan. But for now, what I'll be looking for the leaders as Apple that this week made new lows for the year. Since it got rejected here once again at 167, 166, breaks below the 8 and 21 day moving average, and the rest is pretty much history, making new lows for the year at 138.8 yesterday and bouncing this morning. What I want to see, 144, I want to see if it 144 holds. If it holds, it can bounce. Okay, we have all the way into 146, that's yesterday lows. If it goes above, it can extend some more, but I'll be looking here for a stall. If it goes, okay, I'll be looking for a stall around 148, 150 as the possible supply zone. But if they fade it back below 144, what do we have? We have 142, 140, and 138. That's yesterday lows as the last line in the sand. AMD, it will be also a focus. Semi. The semis show clues these last 2 months, showed clues since we break down here. I remember when we shorted here, okay, when the price was above 122, we played the scalp here short, but it gave a huge swing short, but no one could really anticipate what the hell should happen next. But this candle here also gave clues, breaks below the 8 and 21 day moving average, bear cross, and every bounce got rejected, did not fill here the gap at $100 and push back below the 8 and 21 day moving average. Yesterday made new lows for the year at 83.27. That will be the line in the sand. Right now 89.4. It's very near the 8 day moving average. The 8 day moving average at 89.5. If extends some more, we have 92, 93. That's the biggest supply zone, and there should fade. If it push back below 89, what we have 85 and yesterday lows 83.27. So also a focus this morning. Boeing, exactly the same thing, very bearish action since it retested, okay, the breakdown here below the 8 and 21 day moving average. It retested here, pushed back below the 8 and 21 day moving average, and every bounce was sold, okay, and very big ugly 1 2 3 4 5 6 days on a row with the market and Boeing going down. Gap down yesterday below 129, right now 125. I want to see if 125 holds. If it goes higher, needs above 128.5 to fill the gap at 129.10. Otherwise, what I'll be looking, if it breaks below 125, we have 120, and below that we can go ugly. So also a focus. Facebook, it's finally filling the gap. It's giving an oversold bounce. 194 this morning, yesterday. It gave a bounce from 184. Okay. That will be the support line. Below that we have a gap to fill at 181. Right now 194. If extends some more, 195, 197. Okay, those will be levels in my opinion for a fade. If it breaks below 194, what we have 190, we have yesterday's 184, and below that 181. Okay, so very tricky here to catch the knife here on Facebook, so be careful. IWM pretty much the same. This week we had a beautiful put scalp on Wednesday, okay. On a big fade, we got the puts 177, and those puts pretty much gone from 125 all the way above 6. I closed mine above 4. Very happy with the trade on this fade here. Very nice. Yesterday it made new lows for the year at 168.9. That will be the line in the sand. Right now 175. On the move up we have 175 as the level, above that 178, but if it goes up here, in my opinion, on the first touch at 178 should be a fade, in my opinion. Okay, gapping up this morning, not much, but gapping above 174. So if it goes below 175, you look for the gap to fill at 174.30, and that will be also a focus for the day. Financials have been pretty much broken. Made new lows this year at JP Morgan at 115 yesterday, right now 119. What can I say? It's an oversold bounce, dead cat bounce. 119, 120, it will be the first supply zone. Above that we have 122, 123, okay, and those levels will be a fade, in my opinion. Once again, I'm dealing with this action that we are seeing as an oversold bounce to clear the oversold conditions. Microsoft, exactly the same thing. Breakdown this week below 270. Okay, 270, it was a big level. Okay, 270, it was a big level. If you look left, you see that it touched several times 270 to the penny. Okay, 270.00, okay, to the penny. 270 was a big level. It break down this week, and they tried once again here, but rejected at the 8-day moving average, and boom, new lows for the year. $20 down, all the way into 250. Right now, bulls needs, if they want for an oversold bounce, needs above 260 to try to go into 265, but 265, 268, but those levels also should be a fade, in my opinion. Okay, once again, I'm dealing with this action that we are seeing as an oversold bounce. Same thing as Netflix gapping up a little bit this morning. 178, I want to see 178, 180, 182 are levels for a fade. Okay, and below that look for 177.5 gap to fill. Below that can go back into 170. So I'm not chasing here, not catching the falling knife on Netflix. NVDA also gave clues, same thing as AMD, gave clues when it break down here. Okay, first it break down here, gap down below the 8 and 21 day moving average, bear cross, and every bounce was pretty much rejected at the 8. day moving average. So the trend is down, gapping up a little bit this morning, 168. If it fails below 168, we have a gap to fill at 167.8. Below that can go back into 165, 160. And yesterday 155.6 is the low to consider. If extends some more, we have 170, 175, 176, and that level should fade also. The cubes, of course, it will be a focus. All the action is going through the tech names, basically. With the talks on inflation, on the rate hikes, lots of speculation if the Fed is going to be able to control inflation, what they are going to do to control inflation, 50 basis points, 75 basis points, whatever, no one has a clue. But the market has been cutting risk on the tech names, and once again the charts gave those clues. Okay, first we have this is the basics on the technical analysis. Okay, we made a high on end of the March, early April. We made a lower high. Okay, and from lower high we have lower lows. And here, when we gap down below the 8 and 21 day moving average, that was the signal, okay, for action was on the bear camp. Bear cross here, and every bounce got pretty much rejected at the 8 and 21 day moving average. So this is a bear market, okay? And I've been saying that if you notice, and if you following the 9 a.m. briefing from Monday to Friday, I've been saying I'm dealing with this kind of action as an oversold bounce. When we bounce, look for levels to fade. We are on a bear market on the short term. On the long term, no one really knows, because no one knows where the market will be 10 years, 20 years from now. No one really knows it will be higher or lower. No one really knows. So let's focus, and let's try to focus on day by day and intraday if we can get some cash flow. But once again, the cubes gave the signal. They try here, failed, big supply zone below 21 day moving average, and the rest is pretty much history. What I've been saying this week, you should not chase the move down. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 consecutive days with the red close. On the way down, you trim your gains. Okay, yesterday we had a reflexive bounce after making new lows for the year. But once again, I'm dealing with this as an oversold bounce. We are gapping up this morning a little bit. 295.7 is the gap to fill. We are fading a bit. NASDAQ is fading a bit so far. We have a big supply zone all the way to $299, $300. That's a big supply zone. If it extends, it should fade there. But once again, I'm dealing with this market as an oversold bounce to clear the oversold conditions. 296 should fill the gap at 295.7. We see if it holds 295. If it breaks below 295, you look 290, 291, and below that 285 is the last line in the sand, in my opinion. Okay, looking for the SPY, exactly the same thing. New lows for the year, gapping up this morning above 395.8. We are at 397. If it fails below 397, I'll be looking for this gap to fill 395. If we go down, we can go into 392. Below that, we have 387, 385, and below that, say bye-bye, because the market should continue lower. If we hold 395, okay, if we hold 395, if we bounce, we have some room. 399, $400, we have some room for the bounce, but once again, those levels should fade, in my opinion, and be very careful trying to head too many longs. Tesla is gapping up this morning on some news that the Mr. Musk Twitter bid is on hold, and Twitter is responded lower, okay, as expectable, and Tesla gapping up this morning, 776, 777 right now. It has room all the way into $800 if they want to squeeze it, but once again, on this bounce, it's very tricky to chase, in my opinion. Should be a fade, and all the way into 759 to fill the gap from this morning, and from there we see if it holds 750 or not. Okay, so that's pretty much the trading plan. Looking for the NASDAQ, we already having 14 minutes, almost 15 minutes of the session. One of the things that I said, and I told you, it was that I was looking for my supply zone, these morning highs. I want to see bulls need to push above these morning highs to resume and try the 8-day moving average, okay? And that's a level to fade, and this one should fade also, okay? Unless we have a big short squeeze all the way into the 21-day moving average. That can happen also. But on the way up, you should be trimming your longs and looking for some possible fadings, because we are still not out of the woods. Once again, I'm dealing with this market and this action that we are seeing right now, oversold conditions, clearing the oversold conditions, but bears still in control, at least in the short term. Okay, so less than 15 minutes for the market to open. I would like to thank you all for watching these videos. Please share if you like. Please give me a like to the video, subscribe to the channel. It's free. I'm doing this from Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. live, to trying to help the traders community and giving you the insight, ideas, trading plans. I basically giving you the levels that I use on my own personal trading, so with the supply and demand zone, so you can take action and don't think too much, just press the buttons, so you try to generate some cash flow. Okay guys, don't risk too much. It's options expiration day, it's Friday, so don't push too much. Let's see if we can generate some cash flow, but be careful. Okay, with this said, time to go. Wish you all a great Friday, great weekend, and see you all Monday, 9 a.m. sharp. Bye bye everyone.